How did this thing started? Just like you told me like in Gyoja, like it's the famous.
So there was this guy called there was this character, a person called Gyoja also. He's basically the founder of the Shugendo or mountain asceticism in Japan, and he's gone around different. I think he was born in Nara, in prefecture, and like ever since he was born, he took an interest in like Buddhist kind of like theology and like philosophy, and he took up to become like a monk at one point.
Yeah.
And come to realize that, well, I'm not, like I don't know his biographical account in too much depth because I'm still studying about him. Because there's not many things actually known about him. But there's so many legends attached to this person, but no one exactly knows the precise biographical account. There's a few different accounts on how he was born and where he went and everything. But it is a fact that there was a person called that's for sure. That is confirmed. But his story and like the legend attached to him and everything, it's up for debate because people really knows precisely. But he's known to have a lot of like. He's known to be like a psychic and spiritually and a powerful person who was able to like basically he had like two familiar Omi spirits.
Yeah.
This like Zenki and Goki. That became like his assistant. These two Onis. Onis, if you don't know, Oni is basically like this kind of like nature spirit. Yeah. Like a demon like a spirit. Like an imp kind of like an imp ogre kind of spirit. Which is quite famous in Japanese folklore. Very popular figure in Japanese folklore, which is like what the equivalent to like a goblin or ogre kind of.
Yeah, or it's like a huge version. It's like a little bit like this.
Yeah.
The blue one it's not exactly the same, but I guess if you see this picture, maybe you can see like you see familiar from the Oni.
Well, mind you, these deities nothing to do with Oni, but the actual figure does resemble some like Oni face and everything. So there's that, but at the same time, so Gyoja had these two familiar spirits of Oni and Kiyoki, and there was a legend or a saying that he actually made him to carry go and fetch some water from the stream and collect some woods for chopping and burning. He's able to command these spirits to actually go and do bidding for him in favor. Yeah, so that is a quite interesting kind of story, and there's a lot of legend attached. There's one legend where he was captured once because he violated certain rules at that time, something like that. I don't know what the actual thing was. And then I think the emperor or shogun at the time actually sent him to a certain island. I can't remember what it was. Well, they call it Shimano. Sent someone.
English criminals.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's what happened. Probably he became a threat to people for I don't know. But anyways, he was sent to this island to be imprisoned and everything. But legend goes that at night time he would fly to Mount Fuji and train there at night and come back to the east of the island and everything. Yeah. So had that kind of ability to teleportation, like to fly physically, like come back and everything. Yeah, sounds quite extraordinary and like fantastic. Well, nobody was there. Yeah, so he was known to be able to wield these kind of supernatural powers and have two familiar spirits. He was able to use some form of sorcery or magic as well. And all these things, so many things attached to it. Whoever he was, we will never probably fully know. But one thing for sure, there's so many places in Japan relating to this character and to this person. And every holy or sacred mountain of Shugendo has some saying about him opening up those mountains for training as well. In Japanese they call it kaizen, which is like basically opening up the mountain for these training. They all tend to be quite powerfully, spiritually powerful places as well. Like what we have here now, of course, again. So you have to work Shiri, Kipuza, and Ominous, these are so many different places. They all have some association with this same culture together. So I don't know what to say. Whoever he was extremely person who left a lot of legacy. There's this kind of sign. Japanese kind of, because a lot of people think, Japan's Shinto, Buddhist, which is true. But there was that kind of syncretic religion, which basically became like a very unique to Japanese kind of like a nation. Because this nation is being covered by 70-80% of the mountains. And well, the old Shinto belief had the idea that there are certain mountains you shouldn't climb because it's too sacred, or if you go there without permission or something like, you're gonna get cursed and bad thing will happen to you and everything. But when this end of Gyoja came and started that religion of Shugendo, or ascetic practice of Shugendo, they've actually decided, no, actually we are actually growing to these mountains and practice there to be able to become through that kind of power. So Yamabushi or Shugendo, another name for Shugendo is Yamabushi. Those who rely on the mountains. Their aim was to actually give work towards the enlightenment, at the same time gains spiritual powers through these specific training they did in the mountains. And they were known to be able to, divine the future, have certain very powerful psychic abilities as well. So that's what's really going around in Japan, and there's that kind of association with Tengu.
The costumes exactly look like the same.
Yeah, the interesting thing is like there's a Japanese yokai or Tengu.
The one with the long nose.
With long nose and long nose. But interestingly enough, the depiction of Tengu is usually not the one that Shugendo like Yamabushi is wearing. Some people proposed the idea that this might have some tie-in with the Shugendo religion, that maybe this powerful Shugendo practitioner may have been associated with the Tengu yokai kind of thing, because they've gained so much supernatural power that they've been transformed into something else. And interestingly, like Tengu is always kind of depicted on like a wings as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows that they have that kind of capacity to fly around and everything. That sounds very fantastical. At the same time, the founder of this religion, or in the Gyoja, was known to fly around to different places. Yeah, it came back. It's just like there's so many like interesting legends attached to it. So yeah, and Tengu is quite interesting in the sense that Tengu is considered to be a yokai or like a kind of nature spirit and everything. But there's so many mountains in Japan where specific Tengu is attached to those mountains as well.
Yeah.
And there's one near here, one I mentioned, Iznoyama.
Yeah.
Iznoyama actually has a Tengu.
Legend.
Tengu legend attached to it, or called Izno Gongen, or Izno Tengu Daigongen. Well, basically, he's supposed to be the guardian deity of that mountain. But this one specifically is called Kaze Tengu, which is like a crow Tengu.
Yeah.
So he has the appearance of a Tengu, but the face of a crow. And they're known to be very intelligent and wise and clever beings as well. So if you associate with them, they can teach you certain powers and already there's a form of like Iznabo, which is like a form of like a sorcery they used to use. From why there's like what is Shugenja or like and people who are practicing ninja. Oh, by the way, Shugendo has a very tight association with ninjas as well. Because a lot of ninjas were actually practicing Yamabushi as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why they use that kind of like certain kind of like seals like
Yeah.
I think these are coming from Shugendo. And I remember hearing like these so-called ninjas who are practicing in the mountains or mountain village and everything. They used to have a shrine dedicated or altar dedicated towards En Gyoja.
Yeah.
As their faith to him. So with Tengu, when people interact with Tengu, like work with Tengu or something, they can actually teach you about sword skills as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sword skills and like certain form of martial arts as well.
Okay.
And so there's that kind of. So they say kenjutsu. It's like people say actually kenjutsu came from they've been taught by the Tengu.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but you're inspired. So there's that kind of thing attached to it. Like there's even a legend going around in Izno Mountain that there were two practicing, I guess, Buddhist, that the father and son Buddhists who were training in Izno Mountain, who were basically having that kind of working with that kind of Izno Gongen, having faith or worshipping that Izno Gongen. And the legend goes that both of them at one point have trained so much that they've actually turned into.
Oh, really?
That's the legend, dude. So there's that kind of thin line of what is Tengu? Well, was Tengu like a spirit they used to use? Well, there's kind of like a lot of interesting things. I'm not too sure about what's going on here because they can be quite interchangeable as well. Yamabushi and Tengu, so it's an interesting thing to put consider. Yeah. So not ninja. I mean, people are out about ninjutsu and association with Shugendo and all these things actually interconnect. So that I found that really fascinating. Yeah. So I think I want to visit is not
Yeah, to search about the Tengu.
Yeah, he's not going there.
Just
There's actually a book entirely written about a specific Gongen. And there's a mountain in Tokyo, in Hachioji area, called Takao-san. One of the heads up, actually one of the most visited mountains in the world, Takao-san.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Technically speaking, so you have all these tourists of people Japan coming. You have the access and people going there. But Takao-san's main enshrined deity is Izumo,
Oh,
which is coming from Izumo, which is not too far from us.
yeah.
So the original, happening place was Izumo, and that Izumo Shinko, or they call it Izumo Shinko or Izumo Faith, which even the famous shogun like Takeda Shingen were actually had samurai armor with the Izumo Gonki's back on it.
Oh, really?
Because that reminds me, and because that deity has association with war as well,
Yeah.
war and tactics, and so these shogun were obsessively actually worshipping this deity. Yeah, that's really interesting and fascinating. So from what I know, in top of the Izumo mountain, there's a shrine dedicated to the Izumo, which I found actually very, very interesting. I would definitely visit it. I heard it takes about 3-4 hours.
Really?
I'm like, maybe.
Well, next time.
Yeah, let me know. Good at that. So, 5 minutes to watch.
Well, next time, we already been to Suwa Taisha, so just we can make a video of that very soon. So, subscribe.
And subscribe and like for more videos like this.
Yeah.
Hopefully coming up soon, more of this, and hopefully to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see you next time.
Yeah. See you, man.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.